Light it.
Oh, this is
Got
so
something.
good. I understand more as of yesterday what blocks us from receiving. Ooh. So I just got in from Texas, and I was at a coffee shop with two of our older kids. And they called our names, we got our coffees or whatever. And then in a few minutes, they called my son's name again. They mistakenly made him a second one. So he comes over with 2 drinks. He says, "Yeah, Mom, it happens all the time." I'm like, "Really?" And you may notice in your life, as you understand more about rest, you do get double portion at times. I was at the airport, my phone was dying, and I looked for somebody who looked like they might have a nice heart that would let me charge my phone. So I said, "Sir, do you have a charger I could charge my phone? I want to stay in touch with my kids and my husband. I want to make sure I'm well-defined. I'm not like trying to pick up a new date at the airport." He unzips his backpack and hands me a battery pack. He digs around more. In a second, he says, "You can have both, ma'am." Double portion. So, back to yesterday, my son said, "Mom, this happens all the time." And my friends are like, "How does this happen?" He's like, "It just happens all the time." Salem, double, triple, ice, quadruple latte. 5 minutes later, Salem, double, quadruple, triple, ice latte. He opened his Bible and taught me why this happens. Do you want to know why this happens? We want to know why it doesn't happen. Because the enemy doesn't want us to receive out of a place of rest. He wants us to work and toil and think we don't deserve double. Let's just be glad we're saved. Well, let's be glad we're saved and that we can receive from the Lord. Galatians 2:20. I am crucified with Christ. Nevertheless, I live, yet not I, but Christ lives in me. He's literally living within us. Got it. Looking into Revelation 5, verse 12, saying with a loud voice, "Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing." When you go deeper in the revelation of God, that Christ lives in you, there should be, in this life, coming unto Christ in you, power, which is authority. Do you want to walk in authority? Yes, because he's in us. We walk in God's kingdom authority if we choose to. If we choose to mix this word with faith, it will profit us. If you don't mix it with faith, it won't work for you. So we should be receiving, with Christ in us, unto him power, authority. There should be riches coming unto Christ in you as you are his dwelling place. There should be wisdom coming unto you because Christ Jesus is in you. Strength. Who needs more strength? All the moms and dads are like, yes. Listen, you can call out for that strength, not just to come unto you, but within you as Christ, and he's worthy of all strength, and it just seeps right into you. Honor. What do you want? Do you want dishonor or do you want honor? We're like, oh, we don't need honor. Really? Do you want dishonor? No. Then you're left with honor. And when Christ is in us and we do what he does and we say what he says, honor, like the world might think they're honoring us, but we know we only said or did something right because Christ is in us and we glorify him. Glory and blessing. Who wants a blessing? Who doesn't want a blessing? The enemy doesn't want you to have a blessing. So what I realized as my son was taking me through the scriptures to show, like, this is why, is because he stopped resisting receiving. He opened his heart by faith to say, I will receive the authority. I will receive the riches. I will receive the honor because he's letting Christ within him receive it. And do you know who hates that? The devils hate that. They don't want Christ to receive any glory, any riches, any honor. And he will receive all of it bold and in technicolor in real time, as Revelation says, but we can partake in bringing glory and honor and power and riches unto Christ who dwells in us. We can receive that now. And maybe we're wondering why we haven't received it, because we resisted it. We didn't think we were worthy. We're not worthy. But Christ Jesus in you is worthy, saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb.
Worthy is the Lamb.
So we have this separation like, oh, he can receive it, but I can't. Well, where does he live? In you. So I pray now you open up your heart. That's the barrier, is that unloving spirit says, oh, no. No, we're talking about turning away from that orphan mindset. I've got to fight for myself. I don't need to receive two. I'll just buy two. No. If you want to, you can. Maybe God will give you four. Yep. But it's not about, I need 2 lattes. It's about the humility. When you receive 2 cell phone chargers, you realize somebody just honored Christ within me. And it's humbling. It's not prideful. It's humbling.
It is humbling. And just like Peter said, when he saw his boat fill up, what was the first thing out of his mouth? He says, I'm an unclean man. Yes. Depart from me. That is true brokenness. A contrite heart. I see who I am in value to what you said and what you've done. I'm ruined. That's what Peter said. I'm ruined for good. And that's immediately when Jesus said, come follow me. I'll make you fishers of men. I'll teach you how this works. And that got his heart excited. This is why you need to experience it firsthand. Because these are great other stories, and that's why maybe some of the critical eye about those that have said this, oh, I got double this and double that, and people just never experience it, and they're like, they just can only think through a cloud of iniquity and sin and self-laboring, and that they can turn around and accuse other believers. Listen, I'm not their judge on how they obtained whatever blessings they have. You shouldn't, listen, it all came from the Lord and goes back to him according to Revelation.